Hey people,
Hello.
Scott and Faye
Yes.
back again with the Luzabago. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I know I'm late, but that's okay because St. Patrick's Day was my birthday. And yay.
Happy birthday to you, baby.
Happy birthday. Yeah. So, I'm 48 now?
Yes. You're 8 years older than me. I just turned 40, so yeah, you're 48.
Okay, all jokes. Go ahead.
Bring them on.
Go ahead, throw them at the screen right about now. You can just throw all your
Bring
old
'em on.
jokes, all that kind of crap. Get it out of the way now. Alright. You better now? Alright, good. So. I had an okay birthday. Thank you guys very much. Just the other day, we had a visit from Angelita and Scrumpy. Love you guys. Great seeing you. Scrumpy even threw a little short out there.
Yeah, if you go on to Scrumpy's, Scrumpy McCrumpy, and I think his shorts, either TikTok or I think TikTok and YouTube.
Let's see if I can get that angled up without getting my hand in the camera too bad. There we go.
Oh, I still look bad.
Whatever.
I look bad. I try to take myself out of the picture as much as possible.
You look fine.
No, I don't. I look bad.
She doesn't like the angles
No.
that we get in here.
Mm-mm.
Or the lighting, or anything else.
No.
But we don't have the ceiling height to get that, like, from overshot where you get to go all, Anyway. I had a good birthday. I spent it with my baby girl. Not doing much of nothing. So, we had a good time. That being said, we ain't getting nothing done. But then again, I mean, come on, guys. We've been celebrating our birthdays for the last 2 weeks.
Yes, about. Or about
Yeah.
2 weeks in between.
Yeah, she gets a week and I get a week. Because our birthdays are basically 2 weeks apart. So, that's how we do it. Because we're bougie like that.
I don't know why. We live in this.
I know. Hey, I love this little house. So do you.
Except for half the time when we go bougie, it's because of me.
Yeah.
It is.
But
I
yeah,
won't lie. Half the bouginess is because of me. I want something special.
But anyway. So yeah, got to hang out with Scrumpy the other day. Get to talk about some projects. Get to talk about like plans and stuff like that. Like me and Faye plan on changing up the way we've been doing this. Like, don't get us wrong. We love this little house. But we've been in this little house for 2 years now. And there's a few things that, we'd both like to change. Like,
Yes.
we want to be able to stand up. and I'm sitting on my butt right now, and I'm touching the ceiling. You know, like I don't even have to stretch to touch the ceiling. Like
You gotta
I can
remember, people, he's about like 6'2", 6'3".
I can kind of stretch and put my palm on the ceiling, not just my fingertips. So yeah, this thing's not that tall.
We need something a little bigger, something a little taller,
Yeah.
something we can move around in a little bit better.
Now what we're planning on doing is building basically the same thing, just a little longer and a little taller on a trailer. Our plan is like a little 11-foot house, same width that this is, but no. Anyway, we just want to make it a little longer so we can add a little bathroom, a little kitchenette, and a regular door so you can get in and out of the house easier. So we would be going from 7 foot to 11 foot. I mean, really not adding too much more space, but it's adding enough to where like the bed doesn't have to be broken down to be able to use the bathroom.
Yeah, we are still the Lusabago. We are still going to keep the sign, but we are definitely going to update it to something else other than
Yeah, that sign's got to change.
styrofoam.
Yeah.
And the look of the house is going to be a little different.
Besides,
but
that styrofoam's been just beaten up over the last 2 years. And we've had to like remarker each and every letter on there over and over and over. And it's gotten to the point where like you touch it with the marker now and it just goes, it just starts crumbling and falling apart.
then again, I've actually a couple of times have tipped some ice off that sign. So
Oh, yeah.
it's been through brutal terrains.
Yeah, that sign's done. But I mean, it was a piece of scrap that lasted for 2 years. I mean, and it didn't add any weight to the front. Like, no matter what we do at this point, like, a sign's going to have some weight to it. But, it's worth it. You know? Maybe I'll take a little bit of that excess chain off of there. Who knows? We'll see. But either way, we're not at that point where we can move to a trailer. We don't have a trailer. Nor do we even have a hitch on the truck yet. That's no problem. I could always take that front hitch, disassemble it, move it to the back, and me and a friend of mine can weld it up and make the hitch custom just for this truck. That way I don't have to deal with the chassis too much. Like, this thing was hitting the rear end, so like there's no just bolting a factory made kind of hitch up to it. So no matter what, even if we got a factory hitch, we'd have to customize something.
Yeah, it was what, like 2 or 3 months excuse me, 2 or 3 months before we ended up leaving and selling the house. We got rear-ended in the back of the truck, so
Yeah.
it looks better than it did.
Yeah, we straightened it up as much as we could.
It was a mangled mess. It still kind of looks like a mangled
But-
mess.
I mean, without pulling the bed off of there and dropping the damn gas tank and all of that, it ain't getting no straighter. So,
That's where we came up with this.
I'll just make the hitch so that it fits the frame the way the frame is. Might add a couple extra braces, but other than that, I'm just gonna use it the way she is. Like, it's really not that big of a deal. So the trailer we drew up and designed is right there. That's the little house we plan on ending up with. We mapped out everything we needed, all the extra space we wanted, and where we wanted it, which is why we ended up with a little extra space back here and a little extra space up here, because we can stick the generator and all the stuff like that at one end, the cooler and all the other like storage crap in the back at the other end. But we'll do a whole video on that at some point. Not right now. Not right now. We'll do a whole video on that at some point. Not quite ready to do that yet. So, yeah, so at this point, we're probably not going to do too many more builds to this house, because that's what we plan on doing, is moving over to a trailer. It gives us the ability to be able to drop the trailer and be able to use the truck to go do stuff. We don't have to lug everything with us everywhere we go. It gives us a little bit more room inside the house to be able to store all of our stuff. So, like right now, every time we want to do anything, we gotta go outside, go up to the front of the truck, root through all the bags of crap. Like, it's a pain in the butt. It's a pain in the butt to do anything. Like, we don't really have any clothes back here. That's all up front. We have some food on us back here, but mostly it's up front. So, like, every time we want to make something, it's like, okay, well, what do we got? And of course, you know how crap is. Like, you're going to have one ingredient, but the other two ingredients are going to be up front, packed away.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
We go through it a lot.
We're constantly dealing with that. It's like, out of like 6 friggin' choices of what we can eat, only one of them has all the components back here. So it's like,
we have to walk to the dollar store and grab stuff to finish a meal.
Because you forget what's in all of the friggin' bags up there. Because you can't see it all at one time. And it's like, you remember, like, you look in this bag, and you look in this bag, and you look in this bag, and it's like, okay, that's what we got. Then she'll ask me, like, where whatever is, And I didn't see that in one of those 3 bags. Like, that was in a. I don't think we got that. We don't got that. No. Next thing I know, she could come walking back because she went around to the other side of the truck and lifted this or that and reached in and grabbed out a like special bag. Like,
A third bag or fourth or 4 bags appear.
it's just a hot mess all the friggin' time. All the friggin' time. Like, right now, it's cold and windy out there and it's been raining on and off. Like, if I don't gotta get out of this truck to go screw with something, like, I'm not gonna at this point. Like, screw dinner. It can be cookies. I don't care. I'm not very functional in cold, damp weather. Like, when weather keeps changing like this, man. I'm just sore. I've broken way too many bones and I don't know.
Yeah, I've never broken a bone. I've had to get stitches, but I've never broken a bone. But I have damaged my ankles a lot, so, and have some ligament problems. So I understand what he means in the cold, but I've never broken a bone.
I was cutting grass one day and I was on my Franken tractor, which I had built out of like 6 different tractors. It was like just a junkyard special. It was just, I thought it was beautiful.
She was beautiful.
But like, she was a little loud. She
A little
had
angry.
a little angry, a little finicky, you know? Like, she was supposed to have like 6 gears, but she only really had 2, you know?
You took he took 2 or 3 riding lawnmowers that don't really match together and put them together to make this one mower.
Like, I had this like 52-inch deck that I had come across, and that mower was crap, but I scavenged that deck off of there and slapped it on it. And like, none of the brackets fit really. So, like, I had to just, again, Frankenstein a bunch of different brackets together to just make it work. And, give me that cord. So, like, it didn't have a safety, like that little plastic safety funnel thing to like blow the grass to the side. No, it didn't have that. It just had an open-ended deck with blades spinning around. Kind of like something out of Mad Max. But it worked because, like, I could use that as, like, a little trimmer. Drive up close to stuff and, like, cut friggin' little branches and crap down with that blade spinning out the side like that, you know? So I didn't ever want to fix it, you know? Like, that was fixed, you know? It's not the way it's supposed to be, but it's the way I wanted it. So, like,
Yeah, before
that
that
tractor was badass. Like, I could use it to do all kinds of crap. Like, I could drive it up next to a little, like, tree or something. As long as it was, you know, just up to, like, 3 inches round. I could literally saw that tree down, but just rub it up against it with that tractor. So, yeah. Meanwhile, One day I'm out there cutting grass. An old girlie over here runs up to me. And I stop. And I'm like, yo, 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 stop, stop, stop. And she runs right up to the mower. She gets right up to me, and the whole mower goes. And I almost have a friggin' heart attack. And I just grabbed the keys, shut the friggin' mower off. I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck, Faye? She steps back, and her shoes are just blown apart. Like, the whole front of both shoes are gone. Like, if you know, like, Chuck Taylor's, man, how they got that whole white toe, imagine that just ripped the frig right off of both shoes, that whole thing. This girl was fine. Pretty much. Like, at the last second, she curled her toes back. She sprained like 2 ligaments in her foot and got like a scratch. I was expecting toes to be all over the yard. I was expecting just like mangled up little meat sausages, you know. But she was fine. I don't know how she was fine, but she was fine.
Wasn't that fine? Came out with like
I know
I tore I tore the ligament in my big toe, and I tore a ligament in my foot or my ankle. So.
But you got all your digits.
Yeah. I don't even think I was able to drive for almost a month after that.
Oh yeah, like it effed her up. And took her to the hospital and like, oh yeah, she had a big old booty on. It was kind of funny. Like, I don't mean it was funny. It just,
No, it was funny.
looking back,
It was funny.
I remember you hobbling around on that big ass boot.
For like a month. I couldn't drive for
And
a
how
month.
bad you are with crutches.
Yes. Don't put me on crutches. Me and crutches do not mix.
Dude.
I need a wheelchair.
Like, even like not walking, like just like sitting down with the crutch, man. She's just like smack, 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 smack.
It's a small house.
Anyway. So yeah. Like, she got all tore up. But she was okay though. She, she's got all 10 toes. All the piggies went back to the barn.
Don't know how.
Yeah,
but they did.
She's good. So.
Yeah, I've heard some bad stories about that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But
I came out okay.
Dude, I'll tell you guys what, man.
I have all my toes.
That day, that scared it just scared the life out of me for like the first 5-10 minutes.
He chased me around, yelling, screaming.
I couldn't get her to stop. I couldn't get her to just sit down and take her shoes off and look. When she finally did, it was just like...
My toes were there. I had no bruises. I had, like, no scratches. Maybe, like, one little tiny scratch.
You still have feet. Like...
Well, I did. I don't know, something told me to, or what, but At the last second, all my toes curled in
That
like a
whole
freaking...
tractor shook.
My toes curled in like a freaking turtle going into its freaking shell and just sucked it right on
I don't
up.
know how she has her feet intact. But, like, every worst image went through my brain. Like, it was bad. And then I regretted not having that safety shield on there at that point.
I'm okay.
Not because it was a bad idea.
Because he hasn't me.
It's a bad idea to have around a her. I love you, baby. I love you.
Yeah, I am very clumsy, but we'll leave that for a different video. That could take a whole video of itself.
I'd rather have you than Franken Tractor. I would, baby.
We could make a freaking tractor when we get on somewhere.
Although Franken Tractor was freaking awesome. Like,
we had to get rid of all of them.
It had regular gear and it had supersonic speed.
I like the slower one we had. Okay, there is one story I would like to tell. I was on this one because we've had a couple of tractors. Forget which one I was on. But I was driving around, cutting grass. And we have lots of bamboo in the backyard and we've been working on cutting it down. So, I was back there one day cutting the lawn, and all I saw was a whole, because we used to have big piles of nothing but dried bamboo leaves in the backyard. So, I thought it was just a pile. I did not know until I heard the fact that I actually hit it. We used to have this one rake, this old time, like wooden handle, metal pronged rake. And I wish I still had it. It ended up underneath the dry leaves. The big pile of dry leaves that we had on the side in the backyard. So I got too close, didn't realize it, and clipped it. When we found it, it looked like the coolest...
Clipped it?
Yes.
Clipped it.
It looked like the coolest, most retro freaking, like...
Dude, it was like you took that rake and stuck it into a blender. And it just spun all of the tines of the rake around and around. And it ended up looking like a witch's broom.
It went from like this long to like this big. And it had like the metal prongs
how wide
all over the place.
A rake is. It just went. And it did. It looked like something out of Harry Potter. It was kind of. It was funny. It was like.
It was awesome. I wish we still had that.
It was an antique rake. And it was like, my family had that thing forever. But as soon as I saw it, I started laughing. Because, like, I knew Faye did it. Like, wasn't quite sure how. But.
We were the only two that did grass and he wasn't out there cutting, so.
Yeah, I knew I didn't do it. And it was absolutely ridiculous looking. And I was just like, oh, I know there's a friggin' story behind this one. Like,
hey, people, hold on.
I laughed my ass off, people.
in my defense, we already had big piles of freaking dry leaves around. Somehow it got covered. I did not even
supposed to drive
see it.
over that.
I did not even see it.
All right.
Didn't even look like I was going to drive that close to it.
We
And
hit,
then I hit it.
we also hit our time limit.
Okay, we got to go.
All right. Love you, peeps.
Love you too.
Now that the birthdays are over, we'll get back on tasks. We will.
Maybe.
Promise.
Soon.
We'll see. Love you guys. Thank you for, the views. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for all the likes. Hey, thank you for watching. Love every one of you. See you later.
Later.
Later.